Hotsheet. Simply put, the Hotsheet gives you the latest listing results on any new and/or status change listings on the MLS. In other words, it tells you what's hot. How to use the Hotsheet. You'll notice under the main menu search function, you have two options for a Hotsheet. And we will cover both of these options in this brief video. You'll notice that you can run an auto Hotsheet, and it defaults to today's date, and it gives you a time. Now that time, of course, reflects the Paragon server, which is located in Kansas City, Kansas. But this auto Hotsheet would reflect new and/or status change listings on the entire MLS. Yep, all areas in Alameda County and Contra Costa County. So if you ever run this auto Hotsheet, be patient because it's going to take a few minutes to generate the data from hundreds of thousands of listings on the MLS. The other option you have is to manually run the Hotsheet. I think this is the most effective use of the Hotsheet function. Usually you want to know about just the latest status changes in your market area of interest. So use the Hotsheet function. This one will allow you, and I will select it, to enter in specific criteria to get your latest status changes. So that's the one I will demonstrate for us. Now the first thing I want you to notice, you'll be able to narrow it down by a date range. And it automatically, as the first selection, assumes you want to run this Hotsheet for 1 week period, the last 7 days. You'll notice the date, your ending date is always the date that you're currently logged into the system, and it goes back a week. Or you can enter in the specific number of days back you would like to go. Perhaps you don't want your Hotsheet to cover an entire week. Maybe you were just gone over a 3-day weekend and you want to know what happened on the MLS over the last 3 days as far as any new listings or any status changes. Or you have a third option, which is really cool, that if you check this, then it will give you the Hotsheet since the last time you may have run it. So that's really cool. So you have these 3 options. I'm going to refresh the screen because I'm going to just run it, let's say, for the last 7 days. So again, where do we find the option? Under Search, Hotsheet. And it should default to the last 7 days. Now look at our count. We have over 6,000 properties that are either new and/or have had status changes over the last week. Well, of course, you'll probably want to narrow that down specifically to just your area of interest. What property classification are you interested in? Well, you know you can use your help and then narrow it down to the specific property class. I'll choose residential, and then we'll save that to our criteria screen. And already we've eliminated some activity, haven't we? Let's say I'm only interested in single-family residential, so we know that as detached on Paragon. We'll select that. Again, we're narrowing it down. And then if I have just specific areas that I'm interested in, I can type those in. So maybe I just want to keep tabs on my farm area. Let's say my farm area is in Pleasanton, and also it extends into Livermore. So we'll type in those areas of interest, select them from the help options, and I will get the activity based on the time period that I've requested for my area. Isn't that nice? And then just simply display your results and you will see, again, any listings that are new or have had status changes within that time period that you've requested. Great. So that's why agents love the Hotsheet. It keeps them informed as to what is happening. Now I'm going to go back and modify our criteria. If I don't want to go back an entire week, again, usually you want to know what's hot in a short period of time. So what activity has been going on, let's say within the last 1 day back. So instead of doing the date range, the default 1 week, let's just go back 1 day. And again, if I update my count, I can see that there have been 51 properties that have had activity within the last 1 day. And so click search so it displays your results, and you will be informed about what is hot on the market with any new listings within the last 1 day or any properties on the MLS that have had a status change. That's the hot sheet, and I know you're going to love it. Now you know.